everyone. Welcome back to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Today we are doing an old standard that I just recently started smoking quite a bit of. And this is Presbyterian Mixture. Actually, it's made by a German company now, Planta. Used to be made in England, then it went to Denmark, and now it's made in Germany. So, Presbyterian Mixture. It is made by Planta. It's an English blend. It's got Latakia, Oriental Turkish in it, and Virginias. There's no flavorings. It is a ribbon cut, and it comes in 50-gram tins. You can get it at Smoking Pipes, Cup of Joe's, Four Noggins, Pipes and Cigars. There's
everywhere.
Several places that you can get this one. This particular blend is actually over a century old.
Really?
Yeah. It was around just before World War II. World War I. So it's an old one. And honestly, in my almost 37 years of smoking, I never ever got around to trying it until a couple of months ago. And I can't really give you a reason other than the fact that, since it is such an older blend, I thought, well, it's going to be like the old
school
Granger and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm going to stay away from it. And then I went to an Austin Pipe Club meeting, and they had a tin of it there. And the guy behind the counter suggested that I give it a shot because I like Englishes. Mm-hmm. And grown to like it a lot and smoke it quite a bit.
Well, you weren't always an English guy either. So that's one thing that you got to consider.
Well, that's true too. But I didn't even look it up.
Yeah.
At that point. Strength is medium. Taste is medium. And then we'll talk about some of the other things as we go along. So, Nathan, let's talk about our tin note on this. What's your first impression on the tin note?
I'm going to go ahead and grab it out. So slight smokiness, a lot of Kia is definitely present in there. But it's not as strong as some of the other things we've smoked before. Other English blends, it seems to be there's a lot of Kia in them. This one doesn't seem to have as much.
It's definitely Virginia and Oriental forward.
Yeah.
The lot of Kia in here is very hidden. You do get a little bit of smokiness, but more than anything, I get this tangy sourness.
Yes.
And a farm-like kind of a hay, maybe from the Virginias.
Maybe.
A little bit of citrus in there. There's definitely some floral hints in there.
Yeah, it's like sour.
But that mustiness is what just I love about it.
Must.
Almost like a fermented fruit.
Maybe that's what it is that I'm smelling.
Maybe a little bit of fermented fruit in there.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of an olive smell from that. Just like a pressed olive when you go into a place that makes olive oil. That's the smell that I get from this. That earthiness, that mustiness from that. So that's kind of the tin notes that I get.
Maybe I need to travel more. I don't know what pressed olive oil smells like.
Well, you can smell, just smell olive oil.
Yeah, I will say that. I can smell, but it's that musty smell that you're talking about. That sour.
Yeah.
It's not unpleasant, but it just sets itself different.
Apart from everything else.
Yes.
I agree with that. And that's typical of your Oriental forwards and your rather light on the Latakia.
Yeah, because that's the thing that always gets me is when you smell some English blends, there's a lot of Kia, so it's really smoky, really tangy. Almost when you smell it, you can feel it in the back of your taste buds because of that tang that's there. This one, you smell it, but it's kind of musty. It stays up front, basically.
I enjoy the nose on that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the taste on it?
Good evaluation. Let me get a good evaluation. So, slight Latakia again, just very slight. There's a good forward of some pepperiness from the Orientals, some a little spice from there, but it does seem like it's a very Virginia forward, very Oriental forward tobacco. There's not a lot of Latakia in there, but enough to make you go, okay, I can see that this is kind of an English family thing.
There's a tanginess to it. There's a sweetness from the Virginias. Definitely grassy and citrus that I'm tasting from this. That's in the front. The hidden from the Latakia smokiness is barely there.
I taste it at the end.
Yeah.
At the end, on the exhale of the smoke is when I taste the Latakia, but it might be because I smell it more than I taste it.
This also has a little touch of wood taste to it too. Kind of a yeah,
like oak barrel kind of smell.
It's hard to put my finger on it exactly, but I don't know. It's got a little woodiness to it. Herbalness.
Yeah.
Kind of an herbalness. But as you get into it, what I like about it, at the very beginning of the smoke, you can taste each component.
Yeah.
But then as it starts to get down into the bowl, everything just blends together. So the taste kind of changes as you smoke it.
Yeah.
And it's got a creaminess to it down about in the middle of the bowl.
That's where I'm at, is I'm hitting the middle of the bowl, and it's changing on me.
It's so rich and savory, and it's almost like a butterness.
Yeah,
a butter.
That's probably a good description of it. Is rich. It's very rich.
I like it better at the middle than I do at the beginning. The beginning is still tasty, but at the middle it's just so much better. You getting anything else out of it?
Slight nuttiness. Slight hints of nut, like kind of, but it
like
could
a
be
walnut.
Yeah, but it could be walnuts are already rich. They're kind of creamy flavored as is, so I could say there's a slight bit of nuttiness to it, but that can be confused with.
Puts out a really look
real
at how
creamy.
thick that smoke is.
It's billowing. Yeah.
It's really smoky, really good. What about the room note?
That's where I'm really enjoying it. That's probably the thing that I'm enjoying the most about this smoke, is that room note that's coming in after it. And I've smoked it in my truck before too. It's thick smoke, really rich smell, and I think it's because there's such a lack of Latakia, but enough to make me go, oh man, this is a really good smoke. That room note that lingers in, I just really enjoy it.
It's almost, it has a little bit of a
can't
campfire, kind of a campfire
Yeah.
smokiness to it. But you almost like an incense.
Yeah, that
smell.
maybe I can't,
That
because notice
earthy
how
incense smell.
maybe that's what it is I'm just putting it in moments in my life where I remember smelling these smells, and they're always good memories. Deer lease, camping. Nona's house, it smells like incense, things like that. It's just always reminding me of something, and it's just that smell right there that makes me just kind of go, man, this is really nice.
What'd you think about the moisture level on this?
Yeah, it was a tad moist.
Just a little bit.
Needs
yeah.
a little bit of drying.
Well, here's
now
the
this
deal.
mixture was, you purchased this one earlier in the year.
Not very long ago. This I may have gotten a couple of weeks ago. It is a tad moist, but when it comes in the tin, they wrap it in a plastic,
Yeah.
and then they put that paper over it too, so it's going to retain moisture for a while.
Yeah.
I do prefer this when it's dried out just a little bit. I usually let it dry out for
Because
about
if I'm not
15
mistaken,
minutes.
this one only comes in a tin.
Yeah, it comes in a 50-gram tin. That's it. And 50 grams is approximately 1.8 ounces.
Yeah.
So, and speaking to that, so 50-gram tin is about $10. So, this is a little bit pricey. It comes to about $5.55 an ounce. But every penny worth.
I was about to say, when you offer a standard for the last 100 years and it stays strong, probably can charge a little more than normal.
Well, it's a popular one. A lot of people like it. You know, there's a huge controversy as to whether this contains Latakia or it doesn't contain Latakia. There's guys that swear that this does not have Latakia in it, but it does.
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of Latakia in it, and I researched that, and even from the company,
They say they put Latakia.
they say they put Latakia in it.
Well, and sometimes, I don't know. Latakia is black. Like when we bought the straight Latakia from Mixture that we did on that one episode where we mixed it with an aromatic and a half Latakia or something like that. And you can see it in the tobacco almost, that I can say that, oh, this is Latakia.
Yeah. Well, you can smell it too.
Yeah.
It's in there. You smell the smokiness of that.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna fire cure some of the Virginias or something like that, you're not gonna get that smell from anything else. Yeah. I think this is a one that you could smoke all day. It's not so strong. I don't know if I would smoke it all day because it is a little on the spicy side.
And yeah, there is a bit to it to where I could say I want to have that smoke, but it's like more towards the end of my day. It's not something that I'm waking up in the morning with because I don't want to feel that hit right on my tongue when I wake up. Middle of the day, slightly more towards the end, yeah, I will smoke this, and that's when I was smoking it.
Well, I don't know what your thoughts are about this, but I think it's a cool smoke. It doesn't, the spiciness definitely comes from the tobacco, not the heat.
Yeah.
So it's not uncomfortable smoke. It's not harsh. It doesn't bite. It does burn a little fast because, like, look at that. I mean, I'm already 2/3 down into it.
And look at mine too. I'm already almost down there.
So it does burn a little bit fast, but it goes all the way to the bottom with ash. I've had to have maybe 1 or 2 relights. Not very many relights at all. I like the aftertaste. The aftertaste has a little bit of a light sweetness and a light mustiness to it.
Yep.
That spice kind of lingers too. If you like that spicy taste, it kind of lingers. I love the color of this.
Yeah.
I mean, just all those brights in there, those Orientals and Virginias that are
really
in there.
Bright colors.
Yeah. I noticed with this one that if you use that delayed gratification process about filling it up, light it, the false light, set it down, come back to it later, really enhances all those flavors. It's really, really good if you do that. This is unique. I haven't tasted anything that's similar. The closest that I've come to this one is that Peter Stokeby that we did a couple of weeks ago, that English Oriental...
The Balkan Supreme, or...
No, English Oriental Supreme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's similar, but it's not exactly like it. I really do like this smoke.
Yeah, I do too.
I bought like 5 tins of it. I opened one and I put 4 away, and see what it's going to be like in a couple of years from now.
Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking is, how does this age? I bet it's really good.
Yeah, see, even right now, I'm getting the waft of those smells that we smelled earlier in this, and it's even improved since then. It's really, really good. All right, well, what are you giving it?
After having another bowl and sitting and actually fully enjoying it instead of just being on a passerby from point A to point B. Earlier I was going to say, a 3.5, but I'm really enjoying this smoke to the point where I think I want to give it a 4. 4 out of 5 shots.
This is in my regular rotation now.
Yeah.
It's one of my top 4, for sure. And I'm glad I started smoking it. It's something totally different from anything else that I smoke. So for that change of pace that I want, this really hits the spot. I'm giving it a 4 as well.
Oh,
so
even
this
4.
This is going to be a solid 4 for us. So here, help me out.
Yep.
We got 4 shots. Scoot that one down.
Okay.
For Planta's Presbyterian Mixture. I tell you, I was shocked when I learned that it was made by Planta. Nowhere on the tin does it say it's produced by Planta.
No.
It does say it's made in Germany, but it doesn't say it's produced by Planta. So,
And for the longest time, when you searched this, all you got was just Presbyterian. It didn't say anything else. Like, I thought it was a standalone. This is all they did.
well, it's just like Sutliff that makes all these other brands as well. Sutliff makes in their factory, although they didn't create it.
Yeah.
They produce it, like Seattle Pipe Club and some of those others that we've talked about. I'm sure Planta does the same thing with this one. It is Presbyterian. It's just made in the Planta factory.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, there you go. Four shots for this Presbyterian mixture. I can't say enough good things about it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So, anyway, next week we are going to give our impressions on some pipes that we bought.
Yes, we got some new pipes in.
Yeah, and so they were super affordable.
Yeah.
And we're going to smoke them this week and let you know what we think about them.
Absolutely.
So that's our plan for next week.
Yep. Also, if you guys like what you're seeing and you continue to want to see more tobacco reviews on certain tobaccos you're hesitant to try before you buy, please like, comment, and subscribe. Give us some suggestions on some tobaccos that are really popular or kind of relevant that everybody likes, but you're unsure if you're going to like them. Give us a shout. Let us know, and we'll definitely try them out.
Yeah, we've been getting more comments here lately. We're up to 400 subscribers now, which is, it's not like some of these big ones that are doing, 15K,
Yeah.
20K. But for us, that's pretty good. We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, let your friends know about us and share this information so that people can watch and we can start kind of spreading out a little bit and doing a little bit more. Like this, for instance, this Presbyterian mixture is not necessarily what we normally would review. Normally we do bulk blends that are less expensive, but we'd like to get out to start doing some more tins.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we need your input is what we need as to which ones we should be purchasing and giving it
a good try.
Yeah, giving it a shot. So anyway, all right. Well, that's it. Thank you for coming over this week. I'm glad you had a smoke with me. Everyone out there, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.